cold, thermal pressures, right? If you sleep like you're going to tank your testosterone by 50%. And you don't realize this, but how much you want to bet relatively to the relative way you could optimize sleeping, you're sleeping like if you just could sleep better, you would increase your testosterone probably by 30 or 40%, right? And this is a fact, and your neurochemistry. The same thing goes with how you eat and how you move. If you move like and if you don't lift heavy, you're not optimizing your testosterone, right? If you keep in the fourth ancestral tenet is shield, if you keep your cell phone next to your dick and balls or that close to you, and you have ionizing radiation, if you're heating up this is
in
also
my pocket right now. Holy shit.
And again, these little things, Hassan, it's these little things that all stack and
when
compound.
I was younger, I was afraid of that, but I don't know. I just kind of like gave up on that.
I don't think that's real.
Don't give up on it. You don't think what?
Yeah, the Wi-Fi, you think Wi-Fi.
But I just said ionizing radiation, right? This is in the literature. This is why the cell phone companies say don't keep it within 2 inches of your head. How often
do
you
say that?
How many is it? 2 centimeters?
I don't think they have any.
100% the risk. So this is. I'll forcefully push back on this.
Go ahead.
This is the known ionizing radiation, which equals heat, right? There's other things we talk about, which are non-ionizing radiation.
You're talking about heat, like having like a thing that produces heat so close to your
That's
ball
what that
sack
is, and that's on your dick and balls.
Yeah, no, that's basic.
That's basic.
I have to correct you. Ionizing radiation is not heat. It has to do with like the energy that can remove atoms and stuff from molecules. So that's the kind of stuff that would cause cancer, like energy coming off radiation.
I do think that heat, like having a heat
Let's just
substance
say
in your
heat.
laptop, like having a laptop on your lap, like that stuff is not good for you, but that's just basic stuff. You shouldn't be heating your
But
balls.
that's way different than like being able to edit your DNA. Heating your balls, obviously, that's why your balls.
But that's what you're doing.
But there's people that do
No,
that.
but there's
What's
no
up?
heat coming
Wait,
off this.
Hold on one second.
There's no heat coming off that.
Feel it.
I
Room
don't
temp.
need to feel it.
Room temperature.
No,
Dude,
there's
trust me, it's not room temperature.
There's definitely, if it's in your pocket, there's definitely
it's sending and receiving data.
Yeah, but your balls, it can negatively affect your balls if it's like heating them up like 10, 20.
Let me tell you, what's the
that's
benefit?
Room temp, dude. I'm not crazy. That's room temp.
It's a little bit warmer.
The
Listen,
screen just turned on.
what's the purpose? What's the purpose of keeping it there? Why not hedge? Why not hedge? How many kids do you have? You have 2, and you got a beautiful wife.
Yeah.
Right? Do you want to be around for them?
He's trying to get a vasectomy personally, like that.
Yeah, but I don't think I personally, based on what I've read and what I understand of the science, is that cell phones do not produce enough radiation, aka heat. They don't do ionizing radiation, but the heat they produce is not enough to cause any damage to anything.
No, I'm good with everything you just said.
Actually, you know what's interesting? From outer space, there's way deadlier
but that's all native radiation.
But I'm saying it's more powerful and it's coming through.
I wouldn't say it's more powerful. It's completely different. We've never been exposed with the types of non-native things that we've invented. We've never been exposed. This is all an experiment. Let me say this. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but why not when you sleep at night? Put it in airplane mode. When you're sleeping at night.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Right. When you're sleeping at night, why not put your Wi-Fi on a timer? You don't need your Wi-Fi when you're sleeping at night, do you?
No.
Okay, and what we do is we turn off all the electricity at night. I'm not saying go that far, but when you sleep, this is the most important part of the day where you're going to recover and reload and recalibrate, where you're going to heal. So why not hedge? Listen, there's no conclusion. You got to figure out where are the incentives to actually do these multi-million-dollar studies to do this. And this is just part of the category of shield. My main point, which we've gotten off on this tangent, is if you do these 9 ancestral tenets, what you're going to do is you're going to optimize your hormones. Your testosterone will at least be 30 to 40 to 50%, if not 100% higher than what it is. And then these benefits stack and compound over time.
I mean, yeah, what you're describing is you know, I mean, it's going to come across as dismissive is what I'm saying, but what you're describing is basic concepts that I 100% agree with. It's just like a little bit of marketing associated with it. Like you're making it more fun for people to follow along. But like, yeah, you're saying don't be sedentary, move around, which is incredibly important.
And lift heavy shit.
And also, yeah, and you know, engage in something that's like physically challenging. I agree. And also sleep well, which is anyone that thinks that that's wrong or bad is just incorrect.
And those are the first 4 tenets, right? But thermal pressures, it's a legitimate deal. When you go visit any primitive culture in the world, they do all these things. They get the sun. They don't slather their skin in sunblock and wear clothes all the time, right? There's no technology. They don't have phones. There's no antennas.
I did want to ask,
but
do
their
you use
skin's like leather, though.
Do you use sunscreen ever?
No.
Right.
I say I eat my sunscreen.
But in Africa, obviously, our ancestors had dark skin to compensate for the amount of sun they got. Your ancestors, based on your skin color, probably come from Europe or northern countries,
Right.
and so obviously they adapted to wearing clothing, and not having the sun so much, and that's why.
Well, what they adapted to is a different latitude, right? A different strength of sun, right? Because
And you
there
can't
was less sun.
do like thousands of years of evolution with one generation, though. Like,
Right, but within 3 generations, what you can do is you can become infertile, and within 3 generations, you can become fertile again, right? This is called genetic momentum, right? And this is why I'm talking about what I'm talking about. I like that you said that I put a marketing spin on it, but this was never my message that I invented. This is the message of our early ancestors, of your ancestors, right? All I've done is I've studied these primitive culture tribes. I've gone and I've lived with them, and I've organized this into these 9 ancestral tenets. So again, I try to make it simple. I say, hey, let's all just start by eating liver. If you start feeling better,
That's one liver.
well, it's eat.
Eat.
But again,
Yeah.
if I tell you everything, it's like a golf swing. You're not going to do shit, right? If I tell you how to do an Olympic lift, you're not going to tell you all 9. You're not going to. So start with liver, because liver is king. In 30 days, we're going to talk, and you're going to say, you know what? I feel better. I'm in a better mood, and then you're going to say, what's next? And I'm going to say,
Okay.
stack the sun and the earth. Okay, what's next?
That's a small order.
And then the small order is just put the phone on airplane mode when we sleep. Okay, what's next?
Okay.
Little shit like
I'm
that.
excited, liver.
But the one thing I'll say about the liver is that it's like very fatty. So obviously, if your like main form of consumption is liver, you're gonna get fucking gout. You know what I mean? But I guess
comes
no
from
one
fat.
can. Isn't that how?